See all this fuzz? All this fuzz is from Gator Loki. Like, it's still everywhere. Michelle here, also known as Fancy Dinosaur Tea Party, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a thrift flip. I don't know about anyone else out there, but I don't fit into all the things that I once fit into. I still want to wear them. Like, I'm not going to be uncomfortable just to wear them. I have thought of a genius idea. My idea is to take t-shirts that I used to absolutely love, cut out the graphic, and sew it onto like a baggy sweater. The shirt that I really want to do it to is this one here. It just says Easy Bake Coven. I think this is the most cutest shirt I've ever seen. I remember seeing it online on one of those random websites like 2-3 years ago. I'm like, I want this shirt. Last year, I think I went to like Spirit Halloween and they had these, but I went later on in the season, so they didn't have the size that I wanted. I picked this up in a medium. It fits me, but it's a guy's medium, and usually guy shirts are like straight up and down and they're very uncomfortable. I think if I cropped it, it's still just not gonna fit me right. I want something that's like very comfortable, and instead of thinking one day I'll fit into it, I'm gonna make it so I can fit into it right now. What I ended up doing, I went to Value Village because why not? And I found a sweater. And let me tell you, this was like the only sweater that I could find that was like a good size. There was not a lot of options. I went to the men's section, I went to the ladies section. Again, this is July. Sweaters aren't really out anywhere, which sucks. I bought this one. It says Girls Night Out, and then it has a location. I would not wear this. I would never in a million years wear this. But the sweater is amazing, and I got it for $6. This sweater isn't an extra large, and it's just one of those random brands that everyone puts their logos on. But I thought that this was just a very nice sweater, perfect for fall, and this, I think, would fit on it quite nicely. Now, my plan, I'm going to like flatten this out, and I'm going to cut a big square. Then I'm going to take some bias tape, do the edges so that way they don't fray and they don't roll. And then once the nice bias tape is on here, I'm going to take this and I'm going to sew it onto the front of here. I'm gonna have a real cute sweater. Again, if you were like me and have just a bunch of band t-shirts or random graphic t-shirts, a lot of them that I got at Hat Topic that just don't fit you anymore, but you still wanna wear them, I think sewing them on to a sweater is probably your best option, because then you can still wear them and still look cute in them, and they're not just sitting in your closet. I don't think that this video is gonna be a very long video, but I think it will come in handy for anyone who is like me and just wants to wear their shirts that just don't fit them anymore. All right, so it's been a couple days. My life is kind of hectic right now, so I'm trying to get things in order, but I'm like, I gotta just finish this video while I still can. Luckily, I have this, and I have this nice ruler, and then somewhere I also have one of those little round cutting tools that looks like a pizza cutter, but it's for fabric, so I'm also gonna use that. Before I cut this shirt up, I just kind of wanted to try it on to show you what I don't like about it. It's a guy's shirt, and because it's a guy's shirt, there's no room in the hips, and there's not a lot of like breathing room up here. It's so uncomfortable. Even if I tuck it into some jeans, it's just still not flattering on me. There's not enough space. For me, I love the baggier, like not oversized, but I love like a baggier shirt on me. It's just so much more comfortable. I hate anything that is like clingy to me. So I am just gonna cut this shirt up. I've went over it in my head, so don't think it's just like a rash decision that I'm gonna cut this shirt up. I've had this shirt for almost a year now, and I've never worn it just because of how uncomfortable it is. Before I cut the square out, I am gonna cut the sides. Maybe I'll fold it in half. Okay, that's nice and straight. I think that this might be a little uneven at the top. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my bias tape and just put it around all the corners, and I'm just using the double fold. It is the smaller size compared to this one here. This is the extra wide, and I was originally gonna use the extra wide. I think the thinner bias tape will look a lot better. See all this fuzz? All this fuzz is from Gator Loki. Like, it's still everywhere. Just gonna demonstrate with some pink bias tape. So what eventually you want is you want this bias tape to go around your raw edge, so then that way it doesn't fray. And to do that, you're gonna open it up and you're gonna pin down this part here. This here is the good side, and this here is the back side, the side that's going to be folded in. So I'm just demonstrating with the pink. I'm not gonna be using the pink. I just wanna show you what I'm doing if you haven't watched any of my other videos that I've used bias tape for. Now that it's pinned like that, what's gonna happen is you're just gonna sew along this edge right here. And then when it's all sewn up, you're going to fold it like this, and then you're gonna fold it over. And then with the matching thread, you're just gonna give this a top stitch, and that's pretty much how to do bias tape. Now I'm gonna take this pink off, and I'm actually gonna do it with the right color. And because of the way the bias tape was rolled up in its packaging, I'm just going to iron down all the little bumps on it. How much bias tape is there? My word, there's so much bias tape. I went all the way around, and now that I'm here, I'm actually not gonna cut this off because in the past, I've like sewn up the sides and I've needed like a little bit more. I'm just going to cut this end off when everything is sewn up. This is what it's looking like right now. I just have to like fold over all of these edges. And I guess I can cut the bottom of this off now. Give it a little extra just to be safe. So now I'm gonna place it on top of my sweater that I want it on. This is kind of where I want it. And I'm just gonna pin it down in all the corners first so it doesn't move. Now I'm just roll over the hem. All right, I'm gonna take this to the sewing machine and sew it up. Now, this is where I started and ended, and it's a little wonky. I think when I get it on the sewing machine, I'll be able to figure this out. And the sweater's done. I think it turned out amazing. I think it turned out better than I could have hoped for. I really like it. I think it's super cute. I actually wore it today because it was raining out and it was like a little bit cold, and now it's like super, super muggy out, and I regret wearing the sweater. I do want to do this to a bunch of other sweaters, and I actually thrifted a sweater that had, I think, like a hockey logo or something from like some like minor league, but I would love to like get like a cool patch and like just put the patch over it. But yeah, other than that, I think this sweater turned out pretty gosh darn cute. Also, if you're wondering why my background looks a little different, it's because I moved out of the place I was living in and now I live in a trailer. Yeah, it's a lie. It's a trailer. It's a trailer. Yeah, so look forward to trailer content, I guess, now, because I am going to be overhauling this trailer. I'm going to be reupholstering everything, redoing the kitchen, redoing the bathroom. I'm going to make this camper my 1960s/1980s dream palace. But don't worry, I still am going to be doing my thrift hauls. I'm still going to be doing my craft times. I'm still going to be doing my crochet things. That content is going to stay, but now I actually get to like do some like interior decorating, which I'm like so stoked for, because the last place I lived in was the most boringest house I've ever been in, and because it was a rental, couldn't really do anything about it. And if you are new to my channel, you like sewing, crafting, and thrifting, and now I guess trailer content, please subscribe. You can also follow me on my Instagram, which is fancydinotparty. I think that is it, so y'all have a good day now.